Hi, everyone, and welcome to Public Speaking, the DL or online version for fall 2022. My name is Scott Miner Smith, and I'm going to be your instructor for this semester. Um, I just want to welcome you all. I know that you might have a lot of questions about what to expect and what's coming up. And so, what I just want to do is talk a little bit about the most important points, and then I'll walk you through the D2L and kind of what to expect. After that. And I'll do that through the camera, so it'll kind of switch up a little bit. I think one of the first most important things to know about this class is that I am here to help in any way I can. I am on campus. I have office hours on campus, although I'm around a lot. So if you have questions or you want to stop by anytime, even outside of office hours, just send me an email and I'm glad to help, and even meet outside or in the evening if you need. That being said, I did include an office hour on Mondays from 8 to 9 p.m. that you can use via Zoom. I'm happy to meet with you via Zoom if you're off campus or you're not in the area anytime you need to go over things. As we get into the speeches and things like that, it might become a little more important. So I just want to give you a heads up on that I'm willing to meet outside of that, and very flexible to it as well. So please, if you have any questions or you need to meet with me, there's no question too small, and there's not a dumb question at all, especially when it comes to public speaking and we're kind of working out the particulars. Really important to know that in this course, what I'm really aiming for and trying to do is to walk with you through the speech process. Um, I tell my on-campus students that I think so many people have the idea that I, as a teacher, am here to judge your speeches and to critique you and kind of tell you what you did wrong. But I think about it more as being a coach and uh, working together to create speeches that really highlight your voice and highlight your natural talents. I'm not here to tell you what to say. I'm here to help you say what you need to say in the most effective ways possible. So I'll do everything in my power to help you. I'll work with you to get that speech right before you give your speech. That way, at least content-wise, you should be sitting, doing really well. And the other portions of the speeches, uh, the delivery aspect, I really focus more on how you're doing and improving. So I don't want to stress out about ums and ahs. You're going to see I do that a lot too. Uh, so that's just one thing I just want to kind of put out there um, right away. The second thing I want to put out there is how the course works. And I've taught online for over 10 years now. And this is a format that I think works really well. My students, sometimes at first they think it's a little strange, um, but they see the benefit in it. And so how the course works is it's going to run Tuesdays to Tuesdays, which really means Tuesday, and then you'll have the content and everything will be posted on Tuesdays for the next week, and you'll have all week to work on it, and it'll be due on that following Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. So on the Tuesdays, as you're finishing up work, if you haven't got it done already, uh, I will be posting about 4 p.m. or so the next week's content, and I do that so you can get a look at what we're going to be doing the next week. And get started if you want. But I think it helps overall to keep you on track and on pace to do it that way. The Tuesday night deadline lets people who like to work on the weekends do it on the weekends, and people who are like to do it during the week do it as well. And everything's going to be due at 11:59 p.m. Um, I'm always good with giving extensions. You just got to ask. And I say that I don't need an excuse. I don't need you to tell me exactly why. If you need an extension, all I need is that reach out from you saying, hey, can I have a little bit more time? And maybe a time when you think you can actually get it done. I'd rather you take the time with your work than to rush through and get it done. Um, so Please know that. I think as we get to next week, this first week's a little strange because we're going to end this first week on that Monday night. That's just because of administrative drop policies. And then we'll start the next week. And so there's kind of just that little overlap. It seems to help and benefit students. So I'll keep doing that unless I hear from you. And if there's something that's not clear, if there's something that could be arranged better, or just suggestions you have, or things that might make your life a little bit easier, please don't hesitate to reach out and send me an email. There's also several discussion boards, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes. So this class is fully online. We will not be meeting in person per se. There's no required times. This is all asynchronous. However, we are going to need to use audience for our speeches. And so I'm going to give you just a couple different options to do that. And one of those options is going to be to record your speech by yourself. And we will share it with a group in class. And those people partaking in that will critique each other's and serve as the audience. Because some people don't have audience members at home. It's where, COVID is still happening. The other option is for you to provide your own audience. So maybe you've got family and friends that are around. And in that, you need 4 people to watch you give your speeches. And that can be really unnerving to hear. Some people have a problem with their family or friends watching them. I know that makes me a little bit more nervous. And then the third option, this is something new, and so I got to kind of play with this, is I'm going to open a Zoom session during those weeks when we are giving speeches. And for those of you who would rather just come in, do your speech, for whoever shows up for that, and not have to worry about the recording aspects of it, that's going to be an option too. So I just want to put that out there. And so I'm going to now flip over and give you a little tour of the class. I'm sure I'll think of a few things that I've forgotten in this introduction video. There always is. So if there are any other questions, please, there's some discussion boards that I've set up. Some of them are for you. There's a raise your hand discussion board, and that's a board where you can ask any questions you have. And if somebody else sees it, let's say the answer to the question and somebody had posted that, you can go in there and answer too. And it's always worked really well because let's say on a weekend, I'm not around. I really am trying to limit my school time to 9 to 5, except for when I'm doing the office hours, to really maintain balance with my family and those other areas of my life, which I really encourage you to do too. So I'll be very cautious about when I send emails to you, but please know if you send me an email in the evening, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And sometimes it comes on those speech days. And if there's a big emergency or something's going on and you just can't figure it out, take a breath. I'll probably have some additional contact information those weeks. And send me an email, and then we'll figure out afterwards. I don't want you to stay up all night trying to get things working, because sometimes it is just an easy fix that we can remedy. So, okay. Next, I will give you a tour of the class, D2L, and welcome everybody. I'm excited to get started. This is a really fun semester, really fun class, and the new speeches that I've added in, the nerding out, the surprising history of, and the Shark Tank pitch are really fun, and we had a great time with them last semester. So I'm really excited to see where they go, and just know that as questions and comments pop up, and maybe we try something, try things the way that I plan for this first speech down the road, and it doesn't quite go as well as I thought, I'll change it up, right? Or if something's not working for you, I'll change it up. And I'll ask several times throughout the semester for you to give me your feedback. So, okay, next for the tour.